Oh, hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. How lovely to see you all again. Been a long time, I know, been a few months. If I'm being completely honest, wasn't really feeling it. Doing readings on YouTube, so I just decided if I'm not really feeling motivated to spend all that time doing readings on YouTube, then possibly it's best just to come off for a while. So really I just wanted to do a quick reading for all signs. I'll probably try and get down to doing some monthlies next week, but just to sort of get into the swing of things again, I thought I would just do a reading that applies to everyone that's watching this, regardless of whatever sign you are. Thought that would be the best way to do it. And just really, it's just a short reading looking at perhaps what we need to be focusing on over the next sort of few weeks, okay, ahead. I'm not really kind of structuring this reading as in it's a weekly or it's a monthly. It's just a general message, I think, for everyone over the next few weeks. I have actually done a Prince Harry reading on why he keeps kind of talking about his family, but I'm not sure whether I want to upload that or not at the moment, because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody wants to see that, let me know, but I don't know. I may upload it, I may not. But anyway, I just wanted to do a reading that kind of focused on all signs. So for the reading, we're going to use the Good Karma Tarot by Kerry Ward. It's a beautiful deck. I mean, this cost me about, what, £13.99, something like that. And the quality of the cards is excellent, and the illustrations are really good. And this is one of those decks, one of the few decks that I have, and I have a hell of a lot of decks. I've got nearly 300 decks. But this is definitely one of the only ones I've got that really, the cards really interconnect really well. They speak to each other. There's a real kind of connection going on there. So yeah, let's have a look. We're going to do, I'm just going to shuffle the, I'm just going to kind of just speak out what I see. So let's get these here. Hopefully you like the deck, and we may use the Prism Oracle. This is a way to tap into your emotions via colour afterwards, just as another message for the week. So Universe Spirit, what is it that all signs need to be focusing on over the next few weeks? What do all signs need to be focusing? What is the key card here? What is the main thing that all signs need to be focusing on over the next few weeks? So let's move this. I'm recording via my 12.9. I've got some new camera equipment because my other camera equipment, my HD camera, bust. So I had to get a new one, but I'm just waiting on a clamp thing to hold it so it can do a bird's eye view down on the desk when I'm recording videos. Can you just show me what information you have around this situation for all signs? What is the information you have around this for all signs in 5 cards? And what do you want to advise all signs? So all the horoscopes, all the people that are watching this video, what do you want to advise them in terms of this situation? Give me 3 cards for advice at the end. Okay. I'm just doing this reading off the cuff, guys, really. It's just really sort of off the bat. No thumbnails or anything like that on this. I'm just going to record it and just put it straight up, and you can make what you will of it. So, and for all of you guys who have been asking me, am I still doing readings? I'm still running Carol's Universe, still running the business side of things. Yes, very much so. But I'm just not recording that much on YouTube these days. I'll record as and when. I'm going to try, as I said, next weekend, do some monthlies. Proper monthlies for each and every sign. Or I'm thinking of doing something else, perhaps. It may be monthlies, it might be something else. We'll see how it goes. But at the moment, I'm not kind of just pushing myself into recording for all signs. Number one, I just don't have the time to do it at the moment. And number two, I'm thinking of putting out something slightly different, some different content going forward. So let's have a look. What is it that you guys need to be focusing on? Whoever is watching this video, I think you'll have just been drawn to watch it, whether you're a subscriber or whether you're somebody who's just kind of checking out different videos on YouTube. What is it that you need to be focusing on over the next few weeks? Your mental health is definitely what you guys need to be focusing on. You got the Nine of Swords here. Now, the Nine of Swords is a card about fear and anxiety. It's a card that shows up when you're having sleepless nights, when you are going through trauma, and that's mental trauma. This is quite, I often find the Nine of Swords to be a pretty serious card within the tarot. It's just one step away from the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, where you're completely at breaking point. You know, you've had enough, you've gone completely to rock bottom. That's Ten of Swords energy, is complete rock bottom. The Nine of Swords is when you're very close to hitting rock bottom. You're just one step away. Remember, we've got a 9 and then a 10. So you're one step away from that Ten of Swords from hitting rock bottom. So I think that the focus needs to be on some form of self-care, or if you can't do any type of self-care, guys, I think it's really important to reach out to someone who can help, because the Nine of Swords energy is where, obviously the Nine of Swords is just a descriptor of how you're feeling. Underneath the Nine of Swords, it could be anything. It could be financial situations. We'll find out what's going on anyway in this line of cards here. But, there's definitely the need to focus on your mental health. If some of you guys are suffering from sleepless nights, anxiety, insomnia, depression, there's a need for you to really kind of start focusing in on that. Let's have a look at what's happening underneath that. What could this all be about? I mean, the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So the Seven of Cups in the reverse is about having to face up to reality. It's about things becoming really, really clear. So I think the energy of that Nine of Swords, the focus being on mental health, I think underneath that, perhaps what you guys have been experiencing around this is that something is now becoming very apparent to you with the Seven of Cups in the reverse. The Seven of Cups in the upright is all about the illusion, but it also is about choices. So for some of you guys, it may be something is becoming very clear with the Seven of Cups. It may be having to face up to reality with the Seven of Cups being the reverse. The Seven of Cups reverse could also be that perhaps the worry is surrounding a lack of choice, because when you get the Seven of Cups in the reverse, you have either limited choices or there is just a lack of choice per se. Let's have a look at what the next card is. Look at that, the Devil. I mean, I think for some of you guys, you're becoming it's becoming very apparent that you are kind of bound by something here with the Devil energy in the reverse. Now, the Seven of Cups in the upright and the Devil can be a drink problem, but I'm not getting specific on the reading, all right? What I will say is that I feel with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and because it's all about the clarity, I think for some of you guys, there is this very much this self-awareness that you are locked into something here. You're locked into something that is both terrifying, depressing, and very fearful with that Devil energy. And the Devil could be anything as well. It doesn't just have to be fear or limitation or drugs or drink or any of that type of things. It could be a toxic relationship, for example. It could be, for example, it might be that you're becoming very aware that you've got yourself into a little bit of a mess here with the Devil. It could be money situations. The Devil can be credit card. Credit could be debt, for example. Maybe that some of you guys have become very aware that you've taken on more than you can, you've taken on more than you can handle with this Devil energy, because this Devil has this girl bound. So you're bound by the Devil. Whatever that Devil is on your back, some of you guys, there's a recognition, I think, with this Seven of Cups in the reverse, that you're tied into something that you really want to get out of. But you're finding it difficult to get out of it because you're being bound here. Okay, if you look at the imagery, I love this version of the Devil. I mean, the cards do look a little bit, for me, I've got about 2 more decks of this particular deck, and I really like it. I just love the simplicity of the illustrations and the way that cards just interconnect. But I think that this is 2 things. I think some of you guys are, firstly, I think there's a recognition here that you've either bitten off more than you can chew, guys, with the Devil showing here, or that you're kind of, some of you guys, it may be, I recognize Seven of Cups in reverse is all about clarity, seeing things for what they truly are. So maybe I've recognized that I've taken on too much, more than I can chew. Maybe for some of you guys, it's too much responsibility with the Devil. Or it could be, I recognize that I've kind of got myself really kind of tied up in something that I can't get out of. Some of you guys, I recognize that I'm in this really nasty toxic relationship and I want to get out of it, but it's really difficult to leave it. It's kind of like a love and hate thing. For some of you guys, it may be I recognize that I've got myself tied up in a load of, credit card debt, or debt, tied up with loads of loans that I can't pay off. Some of you guys, it may be that the worry is surrounding a lack of choice, feeling a sense of limitation. Maybe some of you guys are feeling a sense of limitation in the work that you do. Could be all sorts of things here. What's the next one? Well, I think that this is a toxic relationship, and I think for some of you guys, it may be that there's a recognition that perhaps some of you guys are bound. Perhaps you are tied. It could be, for example, to a relationship here, a marriage for some of you guys, with the Ten of Coins being the card of family and marriage, but also it's the card of money. And when you get tens are over. So, for example, the Ten of Swords would be the overkill of something. You only need one sword to kill someone. Usually with the Ten of Swords, it's 10 of them. So it's overkill. Sometimes it can be, for example, if I had a Ten of Swords here, it might be there's a recognition that you're feeling really limited. Maybe you're feeling limited in your ability to be free, to do the things that you want, because you are, laden down with all of these swords. Maybe there is a little bit of overkill, too much responsibility, or too many people putting a lot of responsibilities on you. The same with the Ten of Wands could be that. This could, Ten of Coins, if you think about the Nine of Coins that precedes this card, the Nine of Coins is about luxury. It's about having lots and lots of nice things. And we've got a 10 here. So some of you guys, it may be that you have tied yourself into, money issues with the Ten of Coins, because the Ten of Coins is about money. But on the main, it may simply be that you guys are realizing now that you're really kind of being limited. It might be by a partner, it might be that you're feeling limited in your relationship, or that you're in a toxic relationship, for example, or even in a toxic, or you seem to be limited or bound to a job, for example, with the Ten of Coins energy. Feels to me like it's either family, job, or it's money situations, because coins are money, but this is also a family card, and it can also be a job. It's definitely, for some of you guys, it's money, I think, because you've got two money cards here. For some of you guys, it's definitely money, I think. Though you don't always have to read Pentacles as money, you don't always have to read Pentacles as money, but I would probably say that this looks like money for some of you guys, okay? So some of you guys seem to be very tied up. There's a realization that you're quite limited here, that you feel a sense of being bound and tied. Some of you guys, it's to family. Some of you guys, it's money situations, because you've got the Four of Coins and the Ten of Coins showing there. Yeah, it's money. It's got to be money. Because it can be that as you get the money, you're having to pay it out. Because this is somebody who is gaining income, but with the Six of Coins, it's expenditure. You might have to be paying out. As soon as you get money, you're having to pay it out. Possibly this is debt. And I would say that this is more than likely money situation, guys, because it's all money cards. Look at them. Out of the 5 cards here, 3 of them are Pentacles. So it's definitely, if the majority of the reading is showing Pentacles, then it's definitely got to be something financially aimed. So I think so far, and we're going to have a look at what the universe wants you to do about it down here. I think so far, guys, I think the universe is telling you that the focus needs to be on your mental health, Nine of Swords, but also how you relieve yourself of this worry, because some of you guys are worrying. There is, and with that Seven of Cups sitting in the mix there's a realization, I think, that some of you guys are kind of like, well, my life is really limited. I'm not able to go out and do the things that I want to do. I've got myself in over my head. I've been spending too much money, and now I'm paying the price. I'm owing money. As soon as I get money in, I'm having to pay it out. Some of you guys are realizing that there's a lack. There's a poverty of life here, because we've got money that's being earned with the Four of Coins energy, but then it's having to be paid out with the Six of Coins. Six of Coins is, remember, it's giving and it's receiving, but it's also having to give out at the same time. So with the Six of Coins, you spend, as well as receiving money, you're also spending it. And I think that some of you guys, there is a realization here, Seven of Cups in the reverse, that you are limiting yourself. You are bound. You are tied up. It's a financial situation. Ten of Coins. You're in over your head financially, I think, with this Ten of Coins, even though it's in the upright. I would say you're in over your head financially as you get money in, having to pay it out with the Six of Coins. And I think for some of you guys, there may be a great deal of worry around that. What is the advice in terms of this? Another card, another money card, Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins is a tricky card to read when it's not tricky when it's advice, but it's tricky in terms of this, because this is what you're spending. This is luxury. The Nine of Coins is living in the lap of luxury. The Nine of Coins is not about saving money. The Nine of Coins is about accumulating more things. It may be the advice, though, with the Nine of Coins is to get more money, to find something that earns you more, because nines accumulate. They're about attainment. So with the Nine of Coins, it's about attaining more money. So perhaps there is need for you to attain more money here. That could be the advice here with the Nine of Coins. Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is new life. It's a new beginning, new opportunities. So perhaps one needs to search for new opportunities in which you can gain more money. Eight of Swords. Can you see how she's got the sword there in order to free yourself from whatever this is? Because the Eight of Swords, even though it's not reversed, the great thing about the illustration on this particular Eight of Swords is that this person is freeing themselves with the sword from what is binding them. If you look at the Devil and the Eight of Swords, very similar cards. However, on the one card, which is a major arcana, yes, but on the one card, what we have is a woman with her hands tied, and she's got her hands crossed. She's not making any effort to remove herself from this, because for her, in a way, there is no hope. But here, same person is tied up, but she's using the sword to free herself. So I think it's time. I think if you're feeling like this, and I think in a way, when you get to that stage, if you've ever been at that stage, and I think we've all been at that stage, or the majority of people that watch tarot videos or whatever, have been at a place in their life where they've spent too much, where they've accumulated. A lot of people know. A lot of people don't go and don't get debt. But a lot of people do, including myself in the past. I've been in that position. And I think when I look at the reading, it's almost like the universe is saying to you, you're starting to wake up now from the dream. Sometimes the Seven of Cups in the upright means smoke screen, and living in a haze. But in the reverse, it's like, let's come down to earth now. You're in over your head, I think, financially here. Some of you guys are going through some bad stuff with money. Okay. Some of you guys are being hindered and you seem to be very limited. Some of you guys, it's money. It's got to be money for some of you, because it's 3 coin cards. So you're hindered by the level of debt, and also because tens mean to be over. You're over your head in a way with this Ten of Coins financially. Some of you guys have taken on too much financial borrowing, or too much just too much debt in a way, because tens mean to be over. Tens are overkill. You only need really 1 coin to live. Instead, you've got all of this luxury around you, and it all looks very good. But as you're earning the money with the 4 of Coins, you're simply having to pay it out with that 6. So the universe says, in order to free yourself from this with the 8 of Swords, one needs to start looking for opportunities in which you can accumulate more money with the 9 of Coins. Okay, so I think that for some of you guys is something that is what you've got to be focusing on over the next few weeks. I'm just going to have a quick look and see if there's anything else. Is there anything else in 3 cards, 3 more cards? Anything else you feel that the folks watching this video should be focusing on over the next few weeks in 3 cards? All right. The Empress, just being creative. Giving birth to new ideas with the Empress energy showing here. Having courage. The Strength card. 6 of Swords. To move forward, to overcome the fight. The 6 of Swords is all about moving forward. It's after the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is the battle. The 6 of Swords is overcoming it. Have faith that you'll overcome the battle. So I think with the Empress, I think the other thing that needs to be focused on over the next few weeks, guys, is creativity. Focus on new creative ideas, especially if it ties in with making money as well. Because the Empress is a really good start. She gives birth to new life. So this is about giving birth to creative ideas, okay? That will give you the strength as well to overcome this battle, Six of Swords. And the battle is with the devil. So I really feel that the universe is telling you guys that over the next few weeks, if you're this, the trouble with the Nine of Swords is that it paralyzes you. That's what that card does. The Nine of Swords is paralytic. It paralyzes you. It makes you think that you're stuck. So all of these sleepless nights some of you guys are having, or all of these terrible catatonic worries that some of you guys are having, these terrible fears and negative thought processes that some of you guys are having with that Nine of Swords, you know, in a way, what it's leaving some of you guys thinking is there's no way out of this, because I realise that I've spent too much. I'm over my head. I've got too much debt going on here. And as soon as I make money with the Four of Coins, I'm having to spend it. I'm having to pay it out with the Six of Coins. Can you see how she is handing over her pentacle to this woman? That's your debt collector. That's the person that you owe money to. So some of you guys are really realising, Devil and the Ten of Coins, I'm over my head. I've got terrible debt. And as soon as I make money, I'm having to pay it out. But the universe says to you, what we want you to do, don't want you to have sleepless nights thinking this, guys. We don't want you to sit by thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh my goodness, this is terrible. And that Seven of Cups in the reverse, where there's this sudden dawning and realization, I can just imagine the blood runs cold when you look at the credit card bills and you go, oh my goodness, I didn't know I spent that much. Or if you go through your accounts, oh my God, I didn't know I owed that much. I didn't know I owed all that money. That's what that card's saying. So there's a cold sweat between the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups when you realise, shit, I didn't know I owed all of that cash. I didn't know. But the universe says, instead of sitting in fear about it and thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Which is what the Nine of Swords is doing. It's time to get proactive. You know, there's several things that you can do. Number one, start searching for new opportunities that are going to help you break free from this. New opportunities in which you can accumulate more money. Start focusing on new creative ventures and really kind of giving birth to new creative ideas, because these ideas are going to give you the strength to overcome the battle of debt with the Six of Swords. Okay, now let's have a quick look at what the Prism Oracle is saying to you and how. I'm just going to ask how you handle this situation. For the people who this reading resonates with, for the people who this situation resonates with, what is the advice you have in terms of how they emotionally handle the situation in 3 cards? Rest. Take it easy. It's telling you, stop worrying, because abundance is going to come. Can you see those cards? Abundance and sweetness is going to come. So I think when it tells you to rest, it's not telling you not to be proactive. Of course you've got to be proactive, guys. Of course. Look at the cards. How gorgeous. This is what I love about tarot and what I love about working with different types, because you just know that the universe is listening to you when you're talking, when it backs up everything that you're saying in a set of cards. It's incredible. It really is. The Nine of Swords never really served anyone. Not really. Because we don't rest with the Nine of Swords. We're consistently caught in this trap of fear and bewilderment. It's a card that really kind of, for me, how I read it, and remember every reader reads differently, it's a card that for me says, what am I going to do? It doesn't really give you any answers. I mean, you can, 9s are attainment, so you could look at that as the attainment of knowledge. So we could also look at this top card, I guess, in another way as well, before we look at these again. I certainly feel that there is an element of great worry that comes along with whatever you've been going through financially for some of you guys. I really do, because this backs it up. But also this is a chance for you to attain knowledge, because nines are attainment, swords are knowledge. So you're attaining knowledge, just as pentacles are money, you're attaining more money. So yeah, some of you guys are really going through it with the Nine of Swords, but this gives you the chance to attain more knowledge and to learn more lessons as well. If knowledge is education and lessons, then we're learning. We're attaining more knowledge, more lessons. So this is a chance for you not only to try and resolve the situation by focusing on new opportunities that will bring the attainment of more money and help you free yourself from this loop with the Eight of Swords. It not only is going to help you to give birth to new creative ideas that will give you the strength to overcome this battle of debt with the devil, but also it's going to help you to attain knowledge, and it's also going to help you to learn a few lessons about how you're spending money, what you're doing with money, and how you need to be spending it going forward. Okay? And the universe is simply saying to you, our advice on how you handle it is don't worry with the rest card, because there will be abundance in the future. You can see all the money coming down, and you're going to taste the sweetness of success once again. You really are. But I think that this time around, for those of you who are resonating with this reading, it's going to be with the full knowledge, with the Nine of Swords, of how you need to be treating money going forward. Because this is also the attainment of knowledge. And if we're attaining knowledge, then we're learning. So this is a card about learning. So this is going to also give you the chance to learn a few lessons going forward in terms of your relationship to money and what you're actually doing with it, which I think in the long run is actually going to be a very positive thing indeed. Okay, that is your reading, my darlings. Enjoyed just doing it for everyone instead of feeling that I had to do 12 of them, which can be very exhausting. As soon as I get my camera equipment sorted out, I'm just waiting for a little bezel thing to hold the new camera up. I'll start recording some monthlies. Hopefully I should be able to start recording next week at some point and have something out the week after. All right, love you loads. And for those of you who are asking if I'm still doing readings, yes, I am. I'll leave my website details below if you wish to order a reading. All right, take care. Bye-bye.